Okay, so part one of this is to first actually make the assignment. So I'll give it a title. I should really give it some instructions, obviously, to make it clear. I'll give it a date and I'll actually put it under a topic, and this time I've called it assignments. So as you can see, I've got 3 files. The first one is the summative feedback sheet, and you'll see exactly like you're used to in terms of BTEC. It has the learner name, etc. I've filled in the criteria already, so I've pre-populated some of this stuff. And in red, it's where I want the student to be able to put some of their information and their dates. The second one is an assignment brief. It's not related to the feedback in this sense, it's just for demonstration purposes. And again, where I want the student to put their name, etc., I put it in red. And again, that's a separate document. And then the last thing I'll attach is a report for Unit 1. So that's their actual work that I want to complete. This could be a blank document, but I do suggest actually making some kind of document for them to put in there. Now, each one of these, you want to make a copy for each student. This is exactly the same as photocopying a version for each of them. Therefore, they can actually edit and put into these things because they'll need to put their name and stuff to confirm what each of these. Once I've completed, I will assign it. So that's all I need. If you need anything else to put in there, feel free. But the 3 you'll want at least are the feedback sheet, the assignment brief, and then some kind of blank document or some kind of template for them to start with to put information into, if it's a document or a slide or whatever else it is. It could be multiple documents, but I'd say split them up into at least 3. Once I've assigned this, as it goes over, I will now see I've got how many I've done, how many I've not done. If I quickly go to the student view, so this is the students, and if I go, just quickly refresh my stream. So this is what the student sees. And here we go, here's our assignment. So as a student, what I will see now is this assignment if I press open or click on the title. Now I get 3 documents, which is brilliant. So for the naming of this, Eve Training is the name of the student. So your student would be your student name here, and it will then say the actual document. So once I've completed all my work, let's say I've done this Unit 1 report, and I have put all of my information into here. So I'm just going to very quickly put this information here as it loads. So while we look at this, we'll wait for that to load. So these 3 documents, if they have anything else, they can add from here and upload them directly to this. Once they are complete, don't forget them to add their names into the assignment, the event-driven, where it's red. The unit assignment brief and the summative feedback, where it's red. Once they've done that, they do not need to touch these again. That is them complete. They only need to concern themselves with actually the content. So here we go. Once I've done it, heading 1, heading 2. This is my work. Okay, I'm going to close that now, and now I'm going to hand this in. Okay, 3 submissions, all done, handed in. So back to the staff view. Once they've completed that, I should see in a second, if I just click on done, I will there go see 1 that's completed and the 3 attachments. So if I click on here, what I will need to do obviously is check through, do any kind of feedback if this is formative. If it's summative, obviously you have to follow the BTEC rules to make sure you're not putting the same feedback onto the actual sheet itself. Once I've completed that, if I need to have any amendments, so let's say this is formative, I would make comments within here. So this is for the formative flow, just to reiterate, or any other awarding body apart from BTEC. This is a BTEC style. I will do insert a comment here and do a new comment here, amend this section. Okay, add the comment. Once I've done that, I can then take this. Okay, I can then click on this student and click return. I'll return it back to them, leave any comments if I want to, a private comment, Now, obviously, they have got full ownership of being able to edit that document again. So, like I said, going back to the student's view, they will then be able to make any amendments they need to. So I'm just going to refresh this very quickly. Again, they'd open this, they'd make the amendments to that document, and then they'd resubmit. Hand in. Once they've resubmitted, again going back, you'll hopefully have this in here. And if I just refresh, they will be back into our submitted folder. Again, that would be formative. If it's summative, obviously they get that one shot. And then what I would do is I would complete out the feedback. So in here, I now have the learner will have put their name in there. I will tick all of the things that are relevant to them in here. And I will say the general feedback, I will give them a grade. So in here, there you go. Let's just put you have. So they have successfully completed that. Yes, they've achieved P3 and P4. So they've completed that. And I just take out the comments for the other one. And then I fill out the rest of it. Once that's been done from the teacher side, bear in mind, I can close this. Then if I go to the student side and I click on, if I just go back, they will see it's been graded. If I open this and then check the summative feedback, I've now got view only access and I can see my grade and the completion. I do not need to give that back to the learner. I do not need to hand it back because they've already submitted it to me. If I want to, I can also obviously grade them from here. However you grade it, if it's like numbers, 1, 2, 3, pass, merit, distinction, etc. I could just say, yeah, this is or completed. Let's say it's out of 3 points completed or not. I'm going to say this is completed, so give that 1 point, and then there we go. It's obviously being returned to them, but I can then return it or not. But the feedback sheet will be their update to their grades, and you will not need to then submit it again. They cannot do anything to this, but if you do need to check, obviously you can go through the revision history on the actual summative feedback. So I can go through here and see what's been actually edited, and you should see in a second. The last edit was done by me here. If I click on here, it'll tell me what's been edited. So if any student does try and attempt to edit this, you'll also see that what they've done at any given point. And that is your submission for BTECs.